All right, can you hear me? But you can't hear me. Is your volume up? Huh? Because I think I got it muted. Can you hear me? Okay, let me see. All right, can you hear me? All right, everybody. Happy Saturday to you. This is Pam McCray. But you can't hear me. Is your volume up? Huh? I think I got it. And I'm hoping that you guys can hear me. I am learning this Google Hangout stuff. But happy Saturday. Can you put your headphones in so that you can let me know if you're hearing me? Just give me a few seconds to get this thing going. I hope everybody's excited about today, excited about what the day is going to bring as we start our training. Bear with me. Okay. All right. Let's figure this out. We are now officially going to start our Go Director training this morning. As soon as I can find it. This is funny. Funny. Okay, this is really funny. All right. All right. Great morning, everybody. This is Pam McCray coming to you live out of Las Vegas, Nevada. And I want you to know that it is early here, okay? Just kind of took a nap, really and truly, from flying all day yesterday. But I'm excited about today and what today is going to bring. So today, what we are going to do is jump right into our Saturday morning training, because I know all of you are wanting to know how to go director. And this training today is really going to give you the basics of where we're going to walk through some of the activity that you all need to be doing in order to have a successful business and in order to move forward. Because a lot of times you get into businesses like this and you really don't know what to do. And so that's what the trainings are for, so that you not just get started in the business, but that you actually become the person that you need to become in order to grow and build this business. Because what's taking place here at Total Life Changes, ladies and gentlemen, is truly an opportunity of a lifetime. So now is not the time that you just get in, but now is the time that you need to believe bigger than you ever believed before in life, and that you get in and you run and you take massive action. So how do you do that? There's a couple things that you need to do, and I'm going to start off with the basics. I'm going to walk you guys through the back office also at the end of this training. But for the beginning of the training, the first thing that I want to talk about is, what do you do once you say yes to TLC? Once you are a part of this amazing company, what happens next? So I'm gonna start off today with a 4-step training that I really want to go into detail with you guys. And bear with me, because Google Hangouts, I promise you, I'm going to get very good at this, but this is really my second time doing this, and I have never done a screen share or anything like that. So, but we're going to figure it out, because I believe in improvising, adapting, and overcome, and nothing in life is impossible. All right, so what I'm pulling up now, ladies and gentlemen, is a 4-step training. And so I'm going to share my screen with you. And I have a Mac that's very new to me, so very interesting. And I hope you guys can see this. So what do you do once you actually become a part of Total Life Changes? And what do you do in order to move forward? The first thing that I want to talk about are the 4 steps, which are very, very important to the success that you will have here in TLC. See, one of the things that you got to realize and know is that there's some certain activities that need to happen in order to grow your business. So you have to know your business in order to grow your business. And in order to grow your business, you're going to have to treat it like it is a business. Ladies and gentlemen, if you treat it like it's a hobby, guess what? You are going to get paid like it's a hobby. So the first thing, as you're looking at these 4 steps, is that you must become a product of the product, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see, you're going to want to make sure that you're set up on your proper auto ship. We'll talk about that in just a few moments. You want to also have your own personal testimony. And once you get your own personal testimony, then you are going to want to share it with your sponsor. Very, very important that, number one, you become a product of the product. Why? Because without being that product of the product, how are you going to lead with your very own testimony? See, we have to understand that in businesses like this, that becoming the product of the product means that people, number one, are going to believe that you are truly in business. As Coach Stormy always says, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot sell a dream looking like a nightmare. And obviously, we are in the weight loss business. That's one of our key components that we have here at TLC. So that means that if you are somebody who needs to lose some weight, I guarantee you that if you just begin to get on that journey and begin to do that, because one thing that I heard Mr. Kenny Lloyd say, that if you can't be serious about your health and getting your health right, then you truly cannot be serious about getting your wealth situation right. So that's the first thing, becoming a product of the product. And when you do that, you got to begin to do some things. For instance, this was the tea that changed my life. I lost 20 pounds in 31 days. And really, I just led with my story. I began to post all over social media, me losing weight, pound by pound, day by day, on the scale, in the gym, working out, doing whatever it took for me to actually lose some weight. And as a result of it, my life changed. So becoming a product of the product is very, very, very strong. Okay. And so you got to begin to implement some things into your life. For instance, this morning I got up. Yes, I had me some tea. Actually, I'm drinking me. This is not Starbucks, but it's some of my Delgado coffee, NRG, because I told you I did not have any sleep. Okay. But look at me. I look very vibrant, right? And my chaga shot. I don't start my day without my chaga shot. And what else? NutriBurst. Okay. So, and I'm so excited because I don't know how many of you guys got this in the mail, but look, I brought mine with me here to Las Vegas, and I'm excited because I know I'm gonna be doing quite a bit of eating over the next couple of days. So I plan to be eating and losing weight in my sleep. So this Slim PM is one that I'm excited to be trying. So becoming a product of the product is very, very important. So a part of becoming a product of the product, and when we go into the back office, I'll go over this more as far as the auto ship, is making sure, number one, that you are set up on the proper auto ship. So what does that mean? Well, in order to qualify for a paycheck here at TLC, you have to have at least a 40 QV order, okay? QV, very important. That means qualifying volume, ladies and gentlemen. So we have certain products, and I'll pull up something later and I'll show you exactly how you can figure out what products have what volume attached to them that you can order in order to satisfy that qualification, okay? But, however, if you're in this, honestly, to build this business to a multi-million-dollar business, to a multi-thousand-dollar business, to whatever your goal is here at TLC, I'm just going to be honest with you. You have to have product. See, unfortunately, what I find is when people get started in businesses like this, because it's not a brick and mortar, they really don't treat it like it's a business. Think about this. If you went out and you opened up a McDonald's today, would you go out and buy one pack of hamburger meat, one pack of buns, and one bottle of mayonnaise, and one bottle of ketchup? No, absolutely not. You are going to have some product on hand, some inventory on hand in order to be able to service your customers. Not only that, you have to become a product of the product. And I'm gonna be honest with you, on a $40 auto ship, that would be like a joke for me personally, and especially our entire household. So we always recommend that, number one, you set up your auto ship, set it and forget it. And if you can, we highly recommend a $120 auto ship. If not, an $80 auto ship, because an $80 auto ship is going to set you up properly to go director, which is the whole purpose of this training today. Because going director is the first level of leadership. It's where you're going to get a pay increase. It's that believer's pin. And I'm telling you, that is when you are now on the journey to having success here at TLC. So knocking out director is very important. So in order to go director, you have to have an 80 QV order. All right. And then again, a 120 QV order is what we always recommend, just simply because you are going to need some product. And I'm just going to be honest with you, 120 QV coming into our household, building a $1 million business, okay, is not enough. So we actually spend more on inventory. We reinvest back in this business. And so you have to know that this is a true business. So treat it like a true business and invest in some inventory so that you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So that's the first thing. And then once you get your testimony, share it with the entire world. Remember, lead with your testimony first. People always want to know, what's your story? Okay, you can tell them all about everybody else's story, but what is your story? So make sure that you are leading with your very own testimony. Again, I said I lost 20 pounds in 31 days. My story is I like to eat, but guess what? I am not gaining back a pound. Look at this. See, look at this. See, I'm not gaining back a pound. Why? Because I'm a product of the product and I'm able to keep the weight off. So that's the first thing that I want to talk about. And now number two, the second step that you want to do, and I'll go ahead and I'll go back to the screen, is that you now want to create a list. Okay, so let me go ahead so you can see this. You want to build your list of contacts, ladies and gentlemen. Now, one thing that I found is that this is the very thing that most people, when they get involved in network marketing businesses, ladies and gentlemen, honestly, this is where they fail. Simply because they don't want to build their list of contacts. And the reason why, I'm not really sure. I think it's, if I can relate it to myself, I think it's because of fear. Because you really feel like you don't know, or you don't want to reach out to the people that you actually know. And so you end up not building that list, but the list is very important. You want to create two lists, a business partner list and a customer list of at least 50 people. Now, remember, I'm saying at least 50. So it doesn't mean that you stop there. And if you reach out to someone and they say no, then do you stop there? No, absolutely not. What you're going to do is instead ask for some referrals. So now here's why you have to create that list. There's a couple reasons. Because network marketing is all about exposure, okay? So when you get in businesses like this, it's not so much about who's actually going to join you, but it's about letting the entire world know that you are now in business and that you now have an opportunity and a product that you want to share with the entire world. So when you create that list, you want to build it long, you want to build it strong. Don't be the person that discriminates and picks and chooses. I know I used to be that person that I would go through my phone and I would be like, I'm going to call this person. I'm not going to call this one. Maybe this one, maybe not that one, maybe this one. And honestly, what you're doing is you're doing yourself a disservice when you do that. Because here's why. Yes, there's going to be some people that tell you no. I'm just going to be honest with you. Network marketing, you have to become no proof, okay? You got to remember that. So the more you reach out to people and you call them, it's practice for you. Because you're going through, you're letting everybody know that, hey, now I'm in business. But what's going to happen is even if that person doesn't join you or they tell you no, they will remember, number one, when someone else says, hey, have you heard about this tea where you could lose 5 pounds in 5 days? They're going to say, wait a minute. I remember that little pack of green tea, or I remember hearing something about that. You know, Pam said to me that I could lose 5 pounds in 5 days, and I told her I wasn't interested. Let me give her a call. If this stuff really works. So that's the reason why you want to reach out to your entire network and let them know that you are now in business. And it's okay that you get the no's. It's all practice. So you got to know that it's all a part of the process. And you got to practice the principles in order to participate in the success. So these are the foundation stages of building a network marketing business. And so a lot of times I really don't get it. I kind of do, because I used to be that person. So when I speak to you guys, I'm speaking from the heart, because I was a person that would join business after business. My husband and I, sometimes we would create a list. Sometimes we didn't. Most of the time we didn't. We would pick and choose. And as a result of it, our businesses never got started the way that they needed to get started. And then when you're a secret service agent in businesses, guess what? Nobody knows about you. Now is the time for you to let the entire world know that you are in business, regardless of what they think, what they say. You just know where you're going and share with the entire world. So creating that list is very, very important. And now what I want to spend a little bit of time on today is telling you what you need to do once you build that list. So the next part after that is the activities. So let me go back over here and share with you step number 3, building your business. So building your business is step number 3. How are you going to build your business? Number 1, you're going to use your phone and expose massive action. And you got to learn or use a power phrase when you're reaching out to your list. Another way that you're going to build your business is that you must do transformation parties. The third way is launch calls. Launch calls are very, very powerful. And a lot of times people don't properly launch their business. And we'll talk a little bit more about that, who's a launcher, who's a joiner. But I'm telling you that it can really cause your business to have tremendous success. So that's very important. And then making a friend today. You know what? We made so many friends walking through the airport over the last couple of days. You know, honestly, just carrying this $250,000 check is amazing. You don't have to say too much, but honestly, if you just go out there with the proper tools and begin to share this, you know, with everybody that you come in contact with. But remember, it's about making a friend, okay? Not so much about jumping on people and pouncing on them about the opportunity, but having a conversation. So you got to know that this industry is all about creating relationships. This is a relationship building business. And so that's what you have to begin to do. And then you want to sell your products, share your products. There's going to come some times in which you're not just needing to sell the products, but you're going to want to share the products. And, there are many times in which we actually give product away to a qualified prospect. So it makes a difference on who you're actually giving it away. So don't just throw your product to the wind, but there's going to be times in which you need to do it. So let me take down this screen. I hope you guys are able to write that down and come back over to me so I could talk to you for a little minute on what to do next. Let's see. All right. All right, I'm back. This is interesting. Okay, so what do you do once you have your list? Okay, there's a couple things that I want to share with you as far as what to do once that list is complete and what to do next, because there's a process that's involved. And so once you have your list completed, remember I said that you want to, number one, know a power phrase that you want to use. So what power phrase are you going to use? Who do you know that wants to lose 5 pounds in 5 days and make an extra $500 to $5,000 this week? That's one power phrase that you can use when you're reaching out to your business list. So when it comes time to actually contacting your list, there's a couple things that you want to do, okay? Number one, you want to be in a hurry, you want to give some value, and then you want to take it away, ladies and gentlemen. You got to remember that when you're contacting your list, it's all about posture. So you got to be so confident in this thing and knowing what you have is truly an opportunity of a lifetime, so that when you reach out to people, they're saying, I don't know what Pam is talking about, but I feel like I better get on or take a look at whatever information she's putting in front of me, because I feel like I'm about to miss something. Remember, people are not moved by the possibility of gain. They are moved by the fear of loss, okay? So that's one thing. All right, so one of the things that I want to talk to you about is, once you do that, how do you actually call the people? Okay, because a lot of times people blow their list, and once you blow your list, you can't get it back. Okay, so basically, again, be in that hurry. So you call somebody like this. Hey, you got a second? They say yes. Great. Listen, I don't have a whole lot of time. So what you just did was, number one, you established that they're listening to you. They have a second to talk to you. Number two, you just established that, hey, I don't have a whole lot of time to talk because I got a lot of people that I need to call. Okay. So you say, I just got a quick question I want to ask you. Power phrase. Who do you know that wants to lose 5 pounds in 5 days and make an extra $500 to $5,000 this week? That's one power phrase that you could use. All right. Now, you know your people. So if somebody can't fathom making 5,000 in a week, then change your numbers towards the person that you're actually calling. Okay. Or perhaps you want to say to that person, hey, I got a serious question I want to ask you. Are you making enough money right now? Pause. Don't say nothing else. Let them answer. They're going to be like, what? I asked you a serious question. Are you making enough money right now? And they say, and then begin to edify. Hey, listen, have you heard of TLC? Have you heard of this product, lose 5 pounds in 5 days? And begin to edify. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that too. Edify, listen, I'm working with this young lady and her husband. They earned over $250,000 in the last 7 months. What are you doing tonight so you can jump on and listen to this information? Short, sweet, to the point. Okay, that's how you have to be when you're reaching out to your list. And you know what? You never want to give a presentation before the presentation. So you simply ask a question. And you ask that question. And then once they are ready to respond, you let them respond. They say, well, absolutely nothing. Great, grab a pen. Take down this number. You give them the number, jump on a few minutes early, the line is going to pack out. Okay? Now, for that person that says, well, what is it? Can you tell me more? Listen, I don't have a whole lot of time. I could tell you everything. I don't want to do it a disservice. Jump on this call tonight. Or take a look at this information. Go to this website right now. Okay? That's all you do. Give them, grab a pen, Jump on, listen. You just want to get them in front of the information and allow the information to do the work for you. Now, for that person that says, well, what is this? Is this one of them things? I mean, you know, you somebody, you're doing something else. What is this? Listen, I thought about you, but maybe this may or may not be for you. I got some other people to call. We'll chat later. Disconnect. Posture. You got to know that when you're reaching out to your list, that you have to be confident in knowing. You got to come across very, very strong. It's not a cockiness about you, but it's a confidence about you, to where you know the information that you have in your hands is powerful, and they should kind of be thankful that you actually thought about them to give them a call. Okay? That's key. Another way that you can reach out to a person is saying simply this: are you making more money than you can spend right now? That's another one. I don't know anybody that's making more money than they can spend. So that's another way that you can reach out to your list. And let's say that you're reaching out, you're recruiting up, you're recruiting, you're wanting to reach out to somebody who has a network. It could be a pastor, it could be somebody that's been in the industry that has some success. This is how you reach out to that person. You simply say, hi, you know, I respect your opinion. I'm launching the biggest project of my life, and I would love your opinion of it. What are you doing tonight at 10 o'clock so you can jump on? I'm connected with some very powerful people that's doing some amazing things. What are you doing so you can jump on and listen to me? Listen to this tonight and give me your opinion of it. Now they feel like, wow, okay, they're helping you, but yet you put them in front of the information and you were able to really reach out to them. So you got to know how to connect with your list. So if you're connecting with someone, let's say like a pastor, and you don't reach out that way, sometimes people, it's not about the money. So if you're reaching out to someone who they already making money, it's not about the money, but they may love to help people. So you got to cater your conversation in that aspect. Okay. So I hope that helps. So let me show you something else. I'm sure there must be a more easier way to do this. Okay, so all right. So let me talk a little bit about the other things that you guys should be doing. And that's the transformation parties. The transformation parties are something that you want to make sure that you are booking. When you come into the business, your goal is to, number one, book a transformation party within the first 72 hours of actually getting started. The launch calls are also a process in which you want to become the person that creates that list and launches your business. Now, you may not be a launcher, but everybody is a joiner. And a joiner is somebody who can create a list of at least 50 people. And you could do something of what we call, which is like a virtual grand opening, where you are basically sharing with the entire world that this is what you're doing, this is where you're going. You may only be able to get one call out of it. A launcher is somebody who can do a series of calls and begin to really implement the calls into their launch, where they're doing 1, 2, 3 calls back to back, just continuing the momentum of the business, the start of the business going. And then making a friend today. How do you do that? By creating a relationship. When you go out each and every day, in the daily activities that you're doing, whether it's to the grocery store, or you're dropping your kids off at school, or you're out shopping, whatever it may be, know that making a friend is very, very important. How do you do that? You're going to create a relationship with that person. So you may compliment them on something that they're wearing. You may start a conversation. If you're in the grocery store and you see that they picked up some type of food item that you've never tried, you may want to ask them, hey, I've seen that before. How does that taste? Start a conversation. And then say, simply ask them, hey, have you heard about the tea that causes you to lose 5 pounds in 5 days? Or have you heard about TLC? And they'll say, no, but listen, do you mind if I share a little bit more about you? I was able to lose 20 pounds in 31 days. And I'm excited, about this, and just kind of exchange the number and give them your card. Having a card on hand so that you look professional is definitely something that you want to have in your possession in order to really connect with the person. And now you get their contact information and then give them a call back within 24 to 48 hours, definitely 24 hours if possible, so that now you can continue with that relationship. I'm gonna get this, I promise y'all. Hi, okay, I think I do this again. Google Hangouts, I need to master these. I need to do these more often. So anyway, so that's something that you want to do. So you want to have something professional when you go out. For instance, when I go out, this is what I use. I have a card, ask me how. I have my personal testimony on the back of the card, but I also, for certain occasions, just have a simple card with my information and lose 5 pounds in 5 days. So these are the types of things that you want to go out with. Also, the Momentum magazine. Hopefully you guys have this in your possession to where you are using this as a tool to really go out and share the opportunity, read it, learn the stories, so that you can become a master storyteller, because this business is truly about becoming a master storyteller and being able to share the stories of all the different leaders and the testimonies that are happening here at TLC. So that's one of the things that you want to do and get very good at it. So let me show you some other stuff here. I think I'm gonna stay over here. All right. So going back to making your calls. Now that I went over a couple of the things that you're gonna do as far as building your business. The next thing that I really want to talk to, once you actually reach out to your list, I want to go over with you the process, okay? Because there's a process that you just want to continue to do over and over and over again. Number one, expose, contact, and invite. We went over that, okay? That's how you're going to reach out to your list. That's how you're going to get people to get in front of the information. Now, what you have to know is that your fortune is in the follow-up, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So you have to know that it's not enough to put people in front of the information, but what you want to do is make sure that you are following up. So let's say that somebody gets on a call or they jump on the 24-hour call. And typically when you're jumping on the 24-hour call, you're setting a time for that person to get back with you. So you ask them, are you available now to listen to a call? They say, yes, awesome. I'm available for the next hour. So go ahead, listen to this and give me a call back and I'll get all your questions answered. Okay. Now, if you're putting them on the live call that we do every night at 10 o'clock, then you tell them, listen, and we'll talk after. Give me a call after. Okay. If that person does not call you back that night, you don't reach out to them that night. Remember, it's all about posture. You want to wait 24 hours. You wait till the next day. And then you reach out to them and say, hey, listen, things got busy last night. I just want to ask you a question. What did you like most about what you heard last night? And pause. Let them answer. They're going to tell you at that time whether they got on the call or not, because they'll say, oh, my goodness, I forgot to get on. Okay. If they say that, oh, wow, you missed it. Yeah. And then you can say, well, listen, are you available now? You can put them on the 24-hour call. It just depends on when you're following up or if there's another call coming up. Or you can use our online presentation. You put them back in front of some information. Okay, so that they can now listen. But for that person that said, yes, absolutely, I was on, and they answer your question, what did you like most about what you just heard? What you're going to do at that time is let them answer. They may say, well, I like the weight loss testimonies. I like the fact that I could lose weight and I could make some money. Whatever they tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you want to make sure that you find a way to relate to their response. So what does that mean? So if they say, well, I like the weight loss, you know what? So do I. So did I. That's what attracted me to this amazing opportunity. I was able to lose 5 pounds in 5 days. If they say, well, that compensation plan, I'm telling you, I've never seen a compensation plan pay out like TLC before. And I'm excited because these checks are real. And, I'm excited about how it's changing my life. So whatever it is, you must agree with them. Okay. And then the next step is going to be a three-way call. Three-way calls are very, very important to your business. And a lot of times people drop the ball on this. Okay. Once you do the three-way call, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about the three-way call, you're going to make sure that you're plugging that new business partner into the system. Okay. And we'll go over the system because there is a system in place here within TLC. And then the fifth thing is a lifeline. So you got to know that a lifeline, ladies and gentlemen, is going to give life to your organization. And a lifeline basically means once that business partner has gotten into the system, they have joined you. Now you want to introduce them to your sponsor, your plugged in upline, who can help you move them along. Remember, if you're new and your sponsor is new, don't be the blind leading the blind, okay? And then you just start all over again. So let me talk to you about the power of the three-way call. And I'm gonna show you this and then I'll talk to you. Here's what happens in a three-way call. And this is why they're very, very important. And the reason why you wanna make sure that you are actually doing the three-way calls. The person that does the most three-way calls, you're gonna be the one that has the most success of people joining your opportunity. Because a three-way call is gonna do three things. People wanna know, is it real? Can they do it? And will they have some help? So by you putting them on a three-way call with your plugged in upline or someone, it doesn't necessarily have to be your upline. It could be someone's sideline who actually knows what they're doing. Then that's going to, number one, it's going to validate you. And number two, it's going to answer all three of these questions that the person has. So as you can see, here's what happens in a three-way call. See, your prospect, they trust you, but they may not respect you to the point of you being able to help them in this business because perhaps maybe you haven't had the success, yet, or they know that you've done other opportunities. And so what a three-way call does is it actually bridges the trust and the respect between you, the prospect, and your upline. And that's the reason why edification is so key when you're doing a three-way call. So what does that mean? That means just this. And I'm gonna come back on the screen. This is maybe. Okay, so a three-way call. Edification is key. And when we say edification is key, it's very, very important because here's what's got to happen when you're doing a three-way call. Number one, you have to truly be able to edify the person that you are connecting your prospect to. Okay, as a leader, we can always tell whether a person has edified us or not because of the way that the call actually takes place. So when you edify, number one, you simply want to say, hey, listen, I'm working with whoever you're edifying. This person knows 100% of the facts. I'm just giving you kind of a generic. You can share some of their accolades and then mention to them, listen, she's a very busy person or he's a very busy person. However, she or he told me that they would take some time out of their schedule to talk to anybody that I thought, was serious. So give me a couple times, so that I could check their schedule and be able to make it work so I can actually connect you to that person. Now, there's going to come a time in which you may have somebody on the phone and you want to do a three-way call right then and there. And that's okay. But what you have to do is you have to, number one, be able to reach out to that person, but you let them know, hey, this is a very busy person. So if you click over, know that you've already established that just in case that person can't get your call right now, you already let them know that that person is very busy. But at the time, a three-way call, you have to do a couple things. The person that you're connecting them to now becomes Mr. or Mrs. Okay? Any other time, Pam, Nate, all day long. But at that time, Mr. or Mrs. because it's a part of the edification process. Okay, and then that person becomes still their first name. So Miss McCray, I have John on the line. John, this is Miss McCray. Miss McCray, John has some more questions about the compensation plan. Boom, that's it. All you do at that time is mute. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't know how many times I have been on a three-way call and I'm sitting there like, because the person starts speaking. And then as leaders, we're like, why are we on the phone? If you had all the answers, why'd you connect us? So you got to know that there's power in doing a three-way call, and they can really help you close your deals, because there's a couple things that's going to happen in a three-way call. Number one, we're going to ask them again, what did you like most about what you heard? Number two, what are your questions? Number three, what package are you ready to get started with tonight? That's the key. See, a lot of times we don't know how to ask for the money. And so by doing that three-way call, I know I was once that person. I didn't know how to ask for the money. I didn't know how to close the deal, because I have people reaching out to me. They say, well, Pam, I got a lot of people who just haven't made a decision. They didn't do a three-way call. So three-way calls can really help you close your deals. Let me go ahead and finish this out right quick so that we can go into the back office, because time is running out, and I don't want to keep you guys too long in the process of me figuring out this training. I will practice before the next time. Okay, so what are your goals? Okay, number one, you got to know what your why is. Why are you doing this business? Okay, number two, you want to set your goals weekly. You want to have a 30-day goal, you want to have a 60-day goal, and a 90-day goal. So once you get into this business, your first goal is to get yourself binary qualified 2 people in 72 hours. Okay, you want to put one on your left and one on your right, and you now have activated your binary. The other thing I mentioned before, book your first transformation party. You should have that on the books as soon as you get started. Okay, schedule a launch call or a VGO, okay, with your sponsor in order to get your business off to a jump start. I do a lot of these. That's why a lot of times I don't have a voice, because I'm launching or I'm doing private calls for people all throughout the night, but it helps to get your business going, because they are private calls just for you. So people are going to hear your voice, and then you're also able to edify the person that is doing the call for you, which makes it very, very, very strong for you. Then the next step, obviously, is to go director. See, ladies and gentlemen, going director first is very, very important. It's the easiest level that you could achieve here at TLC. But then the key to the compensation plan is helping other people in your organization go director. Okay. Now, I wanted to show you the power of 2, because a lot of people want to know, well, how do I go director? And so I base this example on the $500 pack. It's very simple. When you come into the business with a $500 package, and this is the reason why you want to make sure that you are promoting the packages. Ladies and gentlemen, please do not promote people coming into this business for a $45 pack. I'm just going to be honest with you, your journey is going to be very long, not to mention they are not in business. They have enough product for themselves. And this business is a business where people want stuff right now. We live in a microwave society, so you got to invest in this. Just like if you own a McDonald's, not just one pack of hamburger meat. Okay. So you come in, you have 250 in qualifying volume. That's your personal volume that has you qualified. So now, for instance, you put a person on your left and a person on your right at the $500 level. Now, mind you, you could take and change these numbers with whatever package this is. So you just enrolled 2 people, one on your left, one on your right. Okay. So now you have 250 on your left, 250 on your right. Now you teach those people to do the same thing. They get binary qualified. They do it with the $500 pack. And as you can see on level 2, you now have 750 on each side. So now all that needs to happen is one of those people need to enroll one person. And guess what? You now have 1,000 on the left and 1,000 on the right. This is through duplication. So 4 people on the left and 4 people on the right with the $500 pack now gives you 1,000 QV. You are now director. You just got a pay increase because you go from 10% to 12% on the binary, and you now qualify for check matches. See, you open up the compensation plan more when you knock out director, and that's why you all want to focus on going director. But look at the duplication and the power of 2. just going 4 levels deep in your organization. Now, mind you, you only brought in 2 people based on this example. You now have 30 people in your organization because duplication is key. All right. But let's say that you want to knock out director all by yourself. Very simply put, this is all you have to do. You go out and you personally enroll 4 people on your left with a $500 pack, 4 people on your right with a $500 pack, and director is done. If you're doing the $300 packs, remember, they come with 150 in volume. So all you have to do is break down the packages, and then you'll be able to know how to achieve your goal. But when the duplication begins to take place in your organization, you'll see that it's a whole lot easier because the volume rolls up. So it doesn't matter who is personally enrolling these people into your organization, but now you're able to knock out director. And as your organization is growing, everybody has a team leg. So you very well may not need to have this full 1,000. You may have some points that's accumulating, that's going to help you knock out director, but know that those points don't accumulate and stay there until you are binary qualified. Every week, if you see some volume happening from your team leg, but you're not binary qualified, they will flush, ladies and gentlemen. So that's why you want to go ahead and get yourself binary qualified. The 4th step, we're going to go ahead quickly into this so we can go into the back office. Plug into the system. This is very, very key. I'm finding that a lot of times the questions are happening because people just are not plugging into the system. They're not getting on the training calls, and it's very important that you do this. So number 1, the getting started call. There's the number, 518-777-4064. That is the first place that you start. We have a training website that I'm going to briefly go over. That is trainingtlcreps.com. Okay. Then the Go Director back office training, which is this training. It'll replay. Little special today because I'm a little all over the place learning it. But hey, I'm giving you the information. www.goaldirector.info. Matter of fact, that should be kind of encouraging. Okay. that I'm able to do what we do over here and not have all this knowledge. You can only get better with training. So anyway, goaldirector.info. And then we have a Monday night team call every Monday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So write down that time, 712-775-7085, the PIN 608661#, the replay 712-775-7089, and it's the same PIN. 24-hour opportunity call, ladies and gentlemen, write it down, 518-777-4062. And the online presentation, project50kreloaded.com. Okay, we all know that we have an opportunity call every night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's the number, 605-562-3140, 493-824#. I know I'm going through this fast, but this will replay. And then obviously our Wake Up and Win call every Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Ladies and gentlemen, I have recruited people into my organization from the Wake Up and Win call because it shows our culture. So this is where you have your leaders now getting up in the morning, Monday through Friday, and really just pouring some inspiration into the world. So it's a great recruiting tool. It's also a great retention tool because people, want to get on and hear some positivity each and every morning. And so definitely make sure that you're plugging prospects and your team into this information. So it's very, very key that you are getting this information out to people as they are joining you in this opportunity. So create your own text group, create your own messages that you send out to your team so that you can make sure that they are connected. Whenever I find that an organization is not moving as fast as they should be moving, I always end up finding it's because they're not connected. So being connected is very, very important. And that's one of the things that's going to move your business forward. So let me quickly go over to our website. Maybe. Possibly. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. All right. All right, let me try this one. All right. That's not quite working the way I wanted it to, but let me go ahead and show you a couple things here that I wanted to do in the back office. So when you log into your back office, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take you into a back office right quick. All righty. It doesn't want to work. Nothing's wanting to work for me. Why? Why doesn't anything want to work? Okay, let's see. Not cool. Very interesting. All right. Well, let me show you this. All right. So I logged into, this is a back office, which actually is just a positional back office that I created. So when you log into your back office, this is what you're going to find, which is the dashboard. I wanted to show you another back office that actually has some activity going on in it. This one does not. But basically, from this overview screen, you actually can do a lot of different things. Many people may not be paying it any attention, but our new back office is pretty powerful. You can actually enroll a rep here. If you click on it, it will actually bring up the window for you to enroll a new rep. You can also come in here and check your auto ship right here from the front screen, which is very important. And this is a new browser, and so it's not working. Very interesting. Oh, this is what happens when you have a Mac and you don't know how to use it. All right, guys, I cannot get my Safari to open. I don't know what's going on. For me to be able to walk you guys through the back office. Maki's gonna get me. I can't figure this out. Okay, let's see. My husband, Nate, y'all have any suggestions? I can't get my browser to open. It's crazy. No, that's the presentation. Okay, let me walk y'all through this. Okay, maybe here it is. Okay, see, I don't know a Mac. I apologize. I don't know how to use a Mac. Okay, so training TLC reps. Let's talk about this. All right. When you come to this website, this is your training website. Ladies and gentlemen, all of you want to make sure that you click on the Getting Started tab. There's some forms right here that you can go to. Everybody needs to go to print out. And that way you can know your business. A couple things that I would say that you want to print out: enrollment app, customer app, very good. The other thing that you want to pay attention to, this is very important, the product volume. A lot of times people ask the question, well, the 50% retail that we get, why am I not seeing the full 50%? Well, it's because every product has volume attached to it, okay? So even though you may pay $68 for this, or somebody may pay this for this ISO Cafe Latin style, it only has 40 volume attached to it. So that means that your 50% is going to be based on this 40. So you're going to get $20 back. Okay. Just like with the let's say the exfolia, you pay $54.95 for it. However, there's only 40 QV attached to it. So this is very good that you print this out and you take note of this. The other thing that I want to talk to you about, the binary pay. Very, very important. Make sure that you print this out. This is going to tell you exactly what you need in order to knock out the different ranks. As you can see, in order to go director, you have to have an 80 personal commissionable volume order attached to you. You need 1,000 on your left and 1,000 on your right. Okay, average director can earn anywhere between 120 to 600 a week just on the binary. Now, mind you, these are averages. Okay, trust me, because a person can be at a director position, but a very, very high paid director. So these are just average numbers. Then to go executive, you see, you still keep that 80, but now you need 5,000 on the left and 5,000 on the right. Regional, now you have to increase to that $120 personal order or 120 QV personal order. And now you need 10,000 on the left, 10,000 on the right. And as you can see, your binary is increasing. You go to 14% at executive, you go to 70%, 17% at regional. National marketing director, as you can see, you can go all the way to the top of this company with 120 QV order. And as a national, you now have 20,000 on the left and 20,000 on the right. And this is the average binary weekly pay. And then, of course, global, which is 50,000 left, 50,000 right. And I know all of us are going to knock out global. And you can see that you max out the binary. You can max out the binary because you're still getting the 20%, but you got the volume and you can earn up to that $20,000 per week on this one way of pay. So this is very, very strong. And you want to make sure that you're printing that out. The other thing that I want to point out is the compensation plan. Make sure that you go in here and you download this and you begin to learn the comp plan fully so that you can be able to, share the comp plan with everybody. So now let me go into, now that I found this, all right. So now let me show you a couple things in here. Your auto ship. As you can see, you click on auto ship, and this particular business, we have 120 QV auto ship on this one. If you wanted to edit it, you would just click view, edit, and you can change it. Okay. Yeah, this is not my real address. This is a PO box, so don't think you're coming to visit. But but anyway, as you can see, you can edit your credit card. You can see that this auto ship happens on the 1st of the month. And you can see that we have this set up to where you're going to get a bottle of NutriBurst and we're going to get 2 bottles of the NRG. If you wanted to change it, you just click on edit. Now I'm actually going to log into a different back office because I want to show you guys some stuff. So give me 1 second. All right, so here's what I want to show you as far as organization. When you log into your back office and you click on organization, okay, this is going to show you obviously the latest reps that are being enrolled below you. And these are also your latest customers over here to the right. Now, if you wanted to place a new order or if you wanted to enroll a new rep, you simply click over here, enroll new rep. And now it opens it up to where you select the country and you enroll your new rep. Very simply put, you just follow it and you're able to enroll your new rep, okay? Now, New customer, same thing. All right. And the one thing that I want to show you here, we have the graphical downline, we have the graphical genealogy. All of these are basically going to show you your genealogy tree. I highly recommend that you really don't touch it, because some people will go into that tree and they see that there's open positions to where you can enroll people into your business. But the thing about it is that you want to, number one, make sure that you are putting that person either on your far left or your far right. And sometimes if you start fooling with that tree, a person will end up in a middle position, which is not a good position, because they end up not having a team leg and they have to build both sides. So that's the reason why we tell you just click left and right in order to enroll people into your organization. And I'll share with you how you actually change the setting from left to right. But when you click on personally enrolled, this is going to show you your personally enrolled people. As you can see, this person has some people in her organization, and you're able to basically be able to see the people that you have enrolled. And then obviously the downline report is another good one that you want to familiarize yourself with. And now the downline report shows the entire downline. All right. So now let's say that, for instance, you wanted to be able to tell, this is one of the ways that you could tell whether a person is on your left or on your right. There's a little filter button right here, and you can actually click on personally enrolled. And now you see that the people that have been enrolled by this person, it tells you which ones are on the left and which ones are on the right. Okay. But another way for you to be able to tell whether that person is on your left and right, and this is something that I always tell people to check every Thursday night before closeout, is to click on orders. And this is also how you would place a new order, a personal order for yourself. Okay. But personally enrolled performance is an area that you want to pay attention to, because this right here is going to tell you whether these people are active. And as you can see, this person is not really building this business. Okay. But this person's on the left, right. So even though this person has enrolled 4 people into their organization, are they binary qualified? No, because 3 of them are inactive. So there's only 1 active person on the left side. And this right here shows you that none of these 4 people ever got binary qualified. Okay, so this is very, very important, because a lot of times people will enroll a couple people into the business and they think that they are binary qualified, but that person that they enrolled stopped their autoship, or they were never on autoship, or they did something to change something in their back office. And so now they look up and they end up not getting their paycheck, their binary money, because they were not binary qualified. So this is a very powerful report that I like to let everybody know that this is something that you want to pay attention to. And then let's go over into how you actually are going to set your from left to right. You would click on my profile, all right, and then preferred placement. All right, when you click on preferred placement, ladies and gentlemen, this is how you will change it to either the left leg or the right leg. It's a drop-down menu. If you want it left, you would save it. If you wanted it on the right, you would save it, and you just click save. So that is how you are able to basically be able to switch from side to side, and know that in order to go from side to side and place people in your organization that way, you must change the placement each and every time that you go into your back office before you enroll the person into your business. So if you have it set on your left and you want the person on your right, you need to change it to the right side before you actually get started. These are some basic buttons. I highly recommend you just go back here and click. If you need to edit your profile, that is what you would do. If you need to change anything, if you want to find out more about your replicated website, all of this information is back here. So just begin to go back here and look at it. Now, let me point out to you another tab, which is very important, that you always want to make sure you're paying attention to, and that's the commissions tab. Okay, with the commissions tab, this is going to show you your weekly volume. Okay, now this is a person, as you can see, has a lot of volume accumulating on the left. She's someone who's not really building the business, but this is where timing and positioning comes into place. This is someone who got started with us in the very, very beginning. And as you can see, that carryover volume is no joke. Okay. And so right now, these are the previous weeks of the volume, but there's no activity. But the volume is there. But you can see that she's active because she has her $80 auto ship. How can I tell that this is her $80 auto ship? Because if you click it, it's now going to open it up. And because there's no customer name here, you know it's a personal volume. See, it tells you right here, personal volume details, 80. So as you can see, look at all this volume that this person now is flushing every week because they're not binary qualified. But you see the volume that's happening every week. Already she has 12,851 on her left side. But again, it's going to flush because she's not binary qualified. So that's the reason why you want to make sure that you are getting yourself binary qualified. Okay. Now let me show you something else. And that's your carryover volume. This is where you would actually go. Now, remember that the carryover volume and because we get paid 2 weeks in arrears, you're not going to see the volume to date. But as you can see, if this person was at one point in time, the volume was continuing, okay, because she was binary qualified and the volume was carrying over. But right in here is when she fell not binary qualified. And now, as you can see, every week the volume is flushing. But prior to that, you can see how much volume have been accumulated to date as a result of it. But that's the reason why your position is so important. And that's one of the reasons why you want to make sure that you're remaining not just active, but binary qualified, because that volume is going to help you achieve your rank. Because right now, all this person needs to do is this. If she decided to wake up this week, all she needs to do is to get herself, number one, binary qualified, and put 1,000 points over here, and she would knock out director. So it's very strong. Another thing that I always want to recommend when you come back here, if you're new and if you don't want the paychecks, this back here, our back office is very self-explanatory. It's not rocket science, really and truly. If you get back here and just begin to click on certain things, if you wanted the prepaid MasterCard, that is how you will order it. And she already has, okay? So that's how you would click on it and order it. And really and truly, those are the main things that you want to pay attention to in your back office. Just really the resources right here is another good tool. If you want to know some more information, some marketing material back here on TLC, this is something that you can go on there and click on. And TLC also has a calendar if you want to coordinate it with it. If you want to be able to check your customer orders, you just come back, click on orders. Click on customer orders. You can see she has some customer orders that came and they ordered some product. And this is a good way for you to be able to, number one, keep in contact with your customers, follow up, because the more relationships you build, the more people are going to actually come back and reorder from you. Personal orders, these are the orders that's keeping this particular person active. So this is how you can see your orders that are taking place. And so I just recommend that you just go back into the back office and just begin to learn your back office by clicking on it. But the key things that I wanted to really point out is, number one, your auto ship. Make sure you're checking that. Your organization, how to be able to tell whether a person is on your left and on your right, and your commissions, which is very, very important. Commissions are going to show up. Our week closes out Thursday at midnight. And so commissions always post in the back office, usually by Saturday evening. So your commissions would now show up here in this area. And as you can see, she's been inactive, so she really hadn't had any commissions taking place. But for those of you that are actually getting paid every week, they'll show up here. You'll be able to click on the statement and be able to see your commissions. All right. And I am going to end this because maneuvering through this has been very, very interesting. I guarantee you, when I come back again, as far as with doing this Google Hangout and this training, I'll make sure that I am on point with learning this information. But you know, hopefully I was able to give you some helpful information as far as building the business. Maneuvering through this Google Hangout, as you can see, is not Pam McCray's strength. However, the only thing that I could tell you is that the information is relevant that I shared today on this training. Make sure that you're doing the activity. Make sure that you are really embracing the process of building this business. Make sure that you are running this business like a business and truly following those 4 steps, building that list, getting people in front of the information, and really just doing it all over again. You expose, take massive action, do whatever it takes in order to get people in front of the information. Utilize the calls, utilize the hangout that we have, Project 50K Reloaded. That's a great tool. Put people in front of the information. Then what's next? Follow up. Your fortune is in the follow up. Do that 3-way call. Okay. After the 3-way call, they get in. You do that lifeline. You start the process all over again. You plug them in and you make it happen. So I hope this has been helpful. Anyway, guys, again, if I can do it, you can do it, because as you can see, I am no professional Google Hangouts. But one thing I can tell you is that we know how to build a global business. We know what it's about. It's about building them relationships. It's about getting it done. It's about doing the activity, the right activity. And the right activity, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the launch calls, the transformation parties, getting on your phone, picking up that phone and calling people, and getting out and meeting people, taking this out with you, taking your tools, and just getting in front of everybody that you know. And there's no doubt in my mind that if you do that, every single one of you will cross that stage in Miami, Florida, carrying that check. Let me tell you, there's nothing like walking around carrying that check. People stop you. People ask. They're like, did you win the lottery? No, we work for this, okay? And we can tell you how you too can carry one of these checks. So all roads lead to Miami, Florida in February 2016, all right? Here within this organization, we're gonna help 1,000 families make 6 figures this year. As a big team, we're gonna change 100,000 lives. And I just ask you, will you be one? Are you gonna make the decision to cross that stage in Miami, Florida? The opportunity is yours. You're already a part of this amazing company. And I just say, go out and get it done. The activity is all it takes. Stay focused, develop yourself, put something positive, listen to something every single day. I didn't talk about that, but personal development is very, very key. Remember, you have to become the person that you are looking for, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you're going to attract people into your business, into your life. Become that person. You have to become the person that they want to connect with and build a business with. So again, Pam McCray coming to you live out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Looking forward to getting out into this heat. I think it's like 150 degrees out there. So anyway, excited. Y'all go out, make it a great day, and we will see you online. All right, bye-bye. Let's see.